Welcome back to the Pleb Underground. We are live, and I'm thrilled that I finally started this stream not muted and with the proper frame. So, guys, happy Thursday. The U.S. is getting ready for Independence Day weekend, and yeah, should be good times. Unfortunately, where I am, the weather's going to suck. So, too bad for me, but whoever's got good weather, enjoy and be safe out there. Now, obviously, this isn't about Independence Day or what people are doing and being safe. This is about this really, I think it's, I thought that I thought that there was something that sounded familiar when I saw this headline about Peter Thiel with, what's his name there? Lucky, where is it? Palmer Luckey, right? Setting up this digital bank for crypto. And I'm thinking, where have we seen this before? This doesn't seem new. It doesn't seem novel. So I started doing some digging, and I gotta tell you, I know that we say that history repeats itself, but quite often it's really just our behavior that repeats itself. Anyways, guys, yeah, we're gonna give some love to the Pleb Underground sponsors very quickly, and we'll be right back to dive into this story because there's nothing new under the sun. Head on over to Archimedes Emporium. They make absolutely beautiful Bitcoin branded products. They just dropped their first one. It is the solid aluminum Bitcoin clock. I had to get my hands on it so that I could show it to you guys. Take a look. Really, really nice piece. Beautiful craftsmanship. Head on over to archamp.co. The link is going to be in the show notes. That is Archimedes Emporium. Head on over there. Okay, so this is the post. Shout out to Mark Goodwin, of course, fellow Bitcoiner, and I consider him to be a source of excellent signal. Oftentimes, he says stuff that doesn't make our hopium stories, very, I guess, make us feel good about our hopium stories. But at the very least, he provides an objective narrative that, at the very least, lets us questions our assumptions about how wonderful everything is. Anyways, so here's what he said. Oops. And then he highlighted the most regulated entity conducting and facilitating stablecoin transactions. And of course, what is he referring to? He is referring to this, right? This new venture, this Erebor. Right. And then for the people, right, for the token reference, for the people who don't know, Erebor is the town that was destroyed by the dragon Smog when he was before he went into the I think it was the Misty Mountains. Anyways, and protected his hoard of gold. Kind of interesting. Maybe there's some type of an allegory there to what Peter Thiel sees himself as. Peter Thiel Smog. We don't know. But anyways, of course, as you could imagine, right? As you could imagine, this, that post from Mark obviously made me think, what is going on here? Like, what is actually happening? So we're going to go a little bit, we're going to go back in time here, and we are going to take a look at SVG Bank. So for the people who don't remember SVB, right? SVB Bank ended up going under, right? When Peter Thiel and his founders fund pulled their money out of there, right? And then it essentially had to be saved by First People's Bank. Kind of strange, isn't it? That's definitely that's peculiar. But of course, Peter kind of had plausible deniability. Right? Peter had plausible deniability in all of this because, hey, look, guys, I had my $50 million, right? My $50 million was there. So it couldn't be me, right? It absolutely it can't be Peter. Now, for the people who think, Phil, come on, nobody's just going to lose $50 million, right? Just to cause something. But, and I'm not saying that he did, but just to give people a bit of reference, right? Back in 2023, when he made that, out of the blue call for the founders funds to pull all of their money from SVB Bank, just like that, right? Because there was some type of weakness in the market, some type of weakness in their books. at the time, it's believed that he was worth $9.7 billion. So if you think that $50 million is a lot to somebody like him, you need to think again. That is really just a slap on the wrist in some cases, just a pay to play, right? It's a toll in some cases. And in all fairness, that is the way that I see it. I do see it as a toll. I don't think there is any coincidence with SVB Bank going under 2 years ago. And now Peter Thiel coming along and miraculously providing the exact same services that SVB Bank was providing. It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. And the wording behind it too, right? A new financial services firm to fill the gap left by the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. It's interesting, right? His founders fund pull out all of that money, and now here he comes with a new solution to fix that issue that he may or may not have caused. But again, he had $50 million, so plausible deniability. Peter has done no wrong. He's just an innocent investor, right? Just innocently getting lucky with PayPal and Palantir and pushing essentially a giant technical panopticon on the world. But this is all just good luck. Right? He's just a savvy investor. Anyways, so yeah, guys, I don't think that I don't think that any of this is a coincidence, right? It does seem when you look back at it, it does kind of seem like this was planned. And the other thing is this: for the people that think that guys like Peter Thiel are just showing up late to the party, right? Like, he's setting up this crypto bank now, right? So you got to pay attention to the timelines. He's setting up now. So that would indicate to me that they are getting ready for the business to come, not the business that was here already. He's setting up for the business to come. So I just, guys, look, this to me, this is definitely, it seems like history repeating itself. Really, it's just human behavior repeating itself. Am I surprised that Peter Thiel is doing a crypto bank after what happened with SVB Bank? No, I'm not surprised. I've said this actually in the past quite often, is a lot of times these initial institutions that come into new spaces, it's like a testing ground, right? So you've got some big backers behind them, right? Kind of watching what's going on to see, is this lucrative enough for me to actually give more of my attention and more of my time? And to me, this particular announcement with Peter Thiel, that exactly is that type of confidence, right? He is somebody where he's looked at this, right? He was willing to pay the little gatekeeping fee of $50 million because now he's going to make billions. Okay, that's pretty much what's going to happen. Or at least, obviously, that's the way I see it. And of course, his track record, I mean, like his track record kind of proves that is more likely than not what's going to happen. But yeah, guys, there's nothing new under the sun. I wouldn't be surprised to end up seeing this new entity, this Erebor entity, because, you remember, right? Smog did get slain in the end. So if Peter Thiel's trying to be Smog, I got a feeling that Erebor is going to be looking a lot like SVB Bank at one point. Anyways, guys, these people, they're not building for the past. They're preparing for the future. There's nothing new under the sun. And this time, it is definitely not different. Have a great Independence Day weekend. Take it easy. I will catch you all next week. Peace.